Some things that you can do on the TI-84 that you may not be aware of. Obviously, it's got a normal calculator screen. We can access the simple buttons as normal, and we can access any of the sort of scientific buttons around the edge here as well, and also the blue ones we'll have to go second and access them. So that's no dramas to start with. Notice that we can go up and we can copy numbers. So we can either copy the last thing we typed in, which could be quite useful if we want to add some numbers to it, or we can actually copy an answer. That's always going to round it off to whatever number of decimal places that is. It's not the exact number, whereas log 62 will be the exact number, so just be mindful of that. Also, if we do want to use something and we want to sort of insert something in the middle here, that's going to write over if we just press the button. So to do insert, it's above here in delete. So we press second to insert, and that will allow us, I don't know, to put a decimal point in there. And that now will work. So that's quite nice. We can also use ants. So if I want to use this number, I can either go up and copy the log 6.23, or I could, I don't know, go ants squared and give me the same thing. Notice I actually don't even need to press ants if I was going to do squared. If I just press squared, it'll actually come up. But the ants button is there in blue as well if you want to use that. One of my favorite buttons to use, it seems a bit sad saying that, doesn't it? Is if I've got a number, let's say this one here, is to store it. That allows me to store it as any of these green symbols or letters in this case. So I could store that, and I will just for this case store that as theta. And then from then on, anything I do with that number with theta, it will do 3 times this number up here. That store button is really quite useful. Some other things that you may not be aware of is the fraction button. We can get to the fraction button by the math button and do it in there when we go across the number, all the way across the fraction. So we can do it in there. But I'm just going to quit that using second quit. We can also use the alpha keys. Along the top here is a lot of alpha keys. So if we press alpha F1, there's the fraction button again. So similar to what we had in math. But a nice little trick, and I'm hoping that they're going to change this on the new handouts and actually add this as a little icon, is if we press alpha X, it gives us the fraction straight up. 3, say 5, and then it will do it for us straight away. And we can convert that to a decimal by going math into a decimal, and it will do it quite nicely for us. If we do forget to do a fraction, we can still go, say we want to do 2/3, we can still type in the 2, press alpha X, and then the fraction still comes up. So when I mentioned those a minute ago, these function ones across the top, let's just go through those quickly. Alpha F1 allows us to create a top heavy fraction, a mixed fraction, and to convert between the two, or equally to convert between fractions and decimals, and continue to do that. So if I press number 4, it's going to convert it to a decimal. Pressing enter is going to keep jumping it from one to another. What does alpha F2 do? Some really nice stuff. The absolute summation stuff that I've just been doing with my year 11 methods students, some derivative and integration stuff that we normally do with our methods students, log to any base, any power, and some permutation combinations with factorial. So that's quite cool. F3, we can do some very basic matrix stuff as well. I prefer to use the matrix button here because I can store it as a letter, but we can actually do it here. And F4, there's some really nice stuff that I'm going to show in another video to do with Y1 and everything else. There's nothing in F5. You can see that's a graph that I did earlier about something else. The reason is that F5 is used for the programming stuff, the TI basics that we can actually use, which is in here. And I think I'm pretty much there. The only other thing I probably would show you is numbers like I. So there is the number I down here. So if you're doing complex stuff, which I've just been doing, it's down there if you need it. E without a power is over here, and equally E with a power, so if we just still put it to the power of 1, is also available there. And the last one is this math button. We can see that there's a load of stuff to do with math in here, very similar to that alpha F1 and F2. If we come across a number, then we can look at some nice things in there, some rounding, lowest common multiples, So you can have a play with some of these, and if you scroll up, you can find whatever else is down below. Remainder is really useful. I was using that recently on a cyclic number that we're looking for certain mods, so that was quite useful. Complex numbers, I'm just doing that at the moment with my year 11 pre-spec students, that's what we call them, but the mathematics course, there's some nice things in there as well. Probability to get some integers or random numbers, very useful, and some more stuff on fractions. So hopefully you found that useful. If there's something else that you need to know, please ask, but there's some really nice things there. Thank you for watching.